Did you know you live in a world of bacteria? They're all around us, in us, we can't escape them. Hey everyone, this is Tony from Wonderfully Made Health, where I educate you in deep strategies, deep understanding about your health and what to do to be healthy. Not superficial stuff, no simple marketing gigs and made up junk, but just real stuff, okay? So let's talk today about the microbiome. Well, what is the microbiome anyways? Not a word you use every day, right? The microbiome is the collection of trillions, I should say gazillions of bacteria in a given place around us and in us. You're going to find them in soil, the ocean, on your skin, your hair, in your gut. They're all around us, everybody, inside of us. In fact, look at this. There are 10 to 15 times more bacteria than the amount of cells in your body. So let's just say you have 100 trillion cells, times that by 10 to 15, and that is the number of bacteria around us. The microbiome is the colonization, the environment, the collection of those bacteria, all right? Now, relax, don't get scared because they are beneficial to us. We're not talking about the bacteria that get you sick and cause you to be out of work for a week, although we know they're out there too, lots of them. But that's not today's focus. We are in a relationship with trillions of bacteria. Bacteria play a role in digestion, immunity, and even attraction. You know, um, that person you're dating, the person you're with, sometimes they'll just have a certain smell to them that you like. You know, they smell good. Not wearing a perfume or cologne or anything. That's from the type of bacteria that's on their skin. Pretty interesting, huh? And naturally speaking, uh, these bacteria can be attracted to each other through your mate, which when you have children will pass that on to the offspring. And so this microbiome and these bacteria play a really unique role in our lives that we're not even aware of. This topic is gaining popularity. There is a field of study called metagenomics, and it's really being studied by a woman named Jo Handelsman, who was appointed to a position by President Obama. But basically, metagenomics is the study of genetic material recovered from the environment and how humans can use them. I'm going to show you right now what metagenomics is doing, apart from just health. But look at this. Um, there is an article in New Scientist that says about discussing bacteria, let them eat waste. Bacteria could thrive on nuclear waste. Listen to that, nuclear waste. Dumped deep underground and immobilize it to make it safer. Imagine using bacteria to help neutralize some type of nuclear waste dumpage, okay, or some nuclear accident. Certain microbes can use radionuclides such as uranium and neptunium in place of oxygen. Studies have found in doing so, they convert them from soluble to insoluble forms, making them less mobile. Again, an article in New Scientist. Isn't that interesting? So these bacteria can be beneficial in many ways. But since we're talking about health, and not necessarily out in the environment and how science can use them in our environment, but we're talking about how we can use them and what they do for us. Well, when we're born, okay, when born through natural delivery, our first exposure to the microbiome is through the vaginal canal. That is where we get healthy bacteria, which along with breastfeeding and environmental exposure will create a microbiome to give us a strong immune system throughout our life. C-section and baby formula do not do this. If you are born through C-section, if your child is born through C-section, they are missing out on a very important part of their microbiome development, which is going through the vaginal canal. Now, also, if you are not breastfeeding or were not breastfed, baby formula can't do it, okay? Baby formula is not going to, cannot duplicate breast milk. It's not going to duplicate breastfeeding, okay? So if you are a mother or if you're expectant, please do what you can to have a natural birth and breastfeed. Now, children born through C-section show gut bacteria more similar to that which is on the skin. Very interesting when they study the stools of children who were born through C-section, they have a different microbiome, some differences in the microbiome than those who are of natural birth, much healthier microbiome. Now, see them? There's a cute, happy little baby, happy mother and father, natural birth. That baby is going to have a stronger immune system than someone born through C-section. Now, let's continue. The human gut is colonized by microbiota early in life. I'm going to show you some facts, okay, from Immunopedia. These are facts. I'm not making it up. These are facts that have been studied. I mentioned early in life, okay, through delivery. Watch. It is now recognized that bacteria in the gut have many beneficial functions and play a key role in immune system development and protecting against pathogens. Pathogens are those harmful microbes that make us sick. At birth, there it is. What did I just say previously? Here it is. At birth, the infant gut is sterile and becomes colonized with bacteria during delivery. Okay, I didn't make that up. This is from immunopedia.com. It becomes colonized with bacteria during delivery. Thereafter, the microbial content of the intestine is determined by environmental exposure and host genetics. Okay, that's throughout those early stages, those early months, the early years of life. That's where the microbial content is continued to develop. Postpartum diet is arguably the greatest environmental determinant of the intestinal microbiota, with high variability within the gut microbiome during the first year of life. Okay, diet. So I was talking about breast milk, okay? During that first year of life, this is where we're getting this microbiome. Significant differences have also been noted in the microbial composition of the adult human intestine across cultures, with the prototypical Western diet known to be low in fiber. And as we grow up, the diet that we have, our typical Western diet, some people call it SAD, the standard American diet, is low in fiber and it's low in promoting good gut health, good microbiome health. I'm going to get into more of that in a minute. Now, the intestinal microbiome makeup thus is host-specific, dynamic, and sensitive to dietary influence, particularly in infancy. I'll say it again, particularly in infancy. Please, no formula. Don't go to Walmart and get formula, okay? Let's build that microbiome in your child to serve them the rest of their life. Intestinal microbiota are increasingly recognized for their role in regulating immune cell homeostasis. Immune cell homeostasis. What is homeostasis? That is the tendency or the want of the cell to remain stable, okay, to be able to regulate. And this is dependent on intestinal microbiota in part. So look at these. These are facts. Okay, I'm giving you good education here. Let's keep going. Probiotics are not the answer, even though they are marketed that way. You're thinking, well, you know, I was born from a C-section, or you're thinking, well, I can always regulate my intestinal gut with probiotics. No, okay, it's very retail. It's very marketing driven. Now, I'm not saying probiotics are wrong or even, you know, stay away from them. I mean, I'm going to give you some suggestions here, okay? Don't do the little pills, okay, the probiotic pills. If you're going to do probiotics, and yes, go ahead, but get them naturally. Here we go. Get them in your foods through fermented foods, okay? Kimchi, natto, miso, my favorite, sauerkraut. I put them on my breakfast with eggs, you know, some turkey sausage or whatever you like, bacon, and put the sauerkraut on your eggs. Pickles, okay? Yogurt, kefir, things like that. Um, beet kvass. Beet kvass. Google how to make beet kvass. It's teeming with probiotics. And then, of course, the ever popular kombucha. All right. So if you're going to do probiotics, get them naturally through foods, not from the little pill that you're going to find at your local store. All right. Um, but beyond probiotics, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about beyond it. Okay. Beyond that, I know people are in love with probiotics now, so I gave you this information. Use this, okay? But let's go more. Focus on prebiotics, not probiotic. How often do you ever hear prebiotic? Some of you don't even know what prebiotic is, okay? Prebiotic is basically what feeds the probiotic. It's not the probiotic itself, it's what the probiotic, the bacteria, is going to feed off of. So, let's take a look. A prebiotic is a food ingredient that cannot be digested. Foods with lots of insoluble fiber are often good sources of prebiotics. All right? Now, prebiotics can help smooth things out in the digestive tract and keep you feeling regular, you know, like psyllium husk does. Moreover, they promote the growth of microorganisms in the intestines like good bacteria working together well with probiotics. See that? See this synergy there? They promote the growth of microorganisms. So basically, you're feeding the microbiome that you naturally already have. You see the difference between the probiotic and the prebiotic. The prebiotic is naturally feeding the microbiome that's in your gut. This is the prebiotic still. They pass through the small intestine without being digested, okay, because they're insoluble. The prebiotics are then fermented in the large intestine by pre-existing bacteria. Here, it becomes the perfect source of nutrition for the bacteria in the gut, giving it the fuel it needs for optimal health. Look at that again. Read it again with me. Here, it becomes the perfect source of nutrition for the bacteria in the gut, giving it the fuel it needs for optimal health, feeding the probiotic. Now, don't go and buy the pills. Look what I have here. Get them from probiotic foods, okay? Get them from cauliflower, from broccoli. Jerusalem artichoke is a good one. Different vegetables, but listen, you have to steam them, okay? Steam them well. Steam them well so that they can be easily digested, and then eat them. Don't eat them raw like that. Steam them. Get yourself a good head of broccoli. Eat a lot of it. Steam it, and that's a great probiotic. You'll probably even feel it the next day. You eat the probiotics, and the pathogens dissolve. They get eliminated. Okay? So, look at this list. Look at this photo. Google probiotics, foods that are high in probiotics. Steam them, use them. Okay? Not the little pill you're going to get from the store. Now, in summary, let's take a look. Microbiome is all around us and in us. Remember, 10 to 15 times the amount of cells that we have. And we have a lot of cells. That's what you are. The physical matter that we have is cells. But the microbiome by far outweighs that. In fact, the microbiome, bacteria are going to outlast us as far as human beings on Earth. Okay, I don't mean, our soul, we're going to live in heaven, but just here on Earth, the bacteria is going to outlive human beings because they can adapt and they can handle such adverse environments. What about the ones that are near, like, underwater volcanoes, in these hot environments, the ones at the very bottom of the Marianas Trench where it's cold and no light. They are going to outlive humans, but they're all around us and they're in us. They are first introduced at natural birth. Remember that? Through the vaginal canal, and thereafter in infancy and early years. Hey, allow your children to play in the dirt. Allow them to be in the garden. Allow them to be out there in the backyard on the grass. Expose them to the microbiomes that are around us. Get yourself and your kids in the ocean. Get yourself in the ocean. The microbiome of the ocean is good on you. It's good on your skin. You feel good when you come out of the ocean, when you feel good when you have a swim. Surfers will know that. People who enjoy the ocean know that. It works well. The microbiome of the ocean water works well with the microbiome on your skin. That's why you feel good afterwards. You notice how wet clothes from the ocean start to smell if you don't wash them, but not your skin. Your skin has a good feel, a good smell to it coming out of the ocean. Now, a good microbiome helps support strong immune system. Though, like any part of a health practice, it is just a piece of the puzzle, okay? I'm not saying to depend on your gut microbiome to give you absolutely strong, radiant immunity, okay? It is a part of it. Look at my other video on the immune system, okay? Look at my other video, my other teaching on the immune system and how I talk about the bone marrow, all right? Getting to the bone marrow for strong immunity. Gut health is a part of it, but like anything, it's just a piece of the puzzle. Don't go and eat your probiotics or your prebiotics and think that this is it. Okay, there's other things: exercise, sun exposure, getting to the bone, stimulating white blood cells, red blood cells, stem cells, all of that. And finally, a focus on prebiotics rather than probiotics, okay? So do your own research in this, look into it, study, learn, educate yourself, and if you enjoyed this information, make sure you subscribe, okay? I have other videos. I educate you, I help you to get deep into understanding and good practices, not just these simple surface practices you're going to hear elsewhere. All right, so this is Tony from Wonderfully Made Health saying God bless you, and I'll see you next time.